Okay, this video is for anybody that owns an older car, like late 80s, early 90s, wants affordable retro looking head unit that just looks at home in the dash. I've looked around and looked around and looked around. Really the only thing out there besides this is a Blaupunkt. There's a couple Blaupunkts, I think. They're very expensive, $400 or $500, and they're leaning more on the Euro side of things with how they look. This one, I feel like, looks just fine. It's got a fake cassette door with connectivity behind it. Simple volume knob. Those look like they'd be, in a factory stereo, they'd be like a balance fade, but they're function buttons. Really simple, really cheap, $99. I'll put a link in the description. And it has a bunch of features. So I'm going to open it. This is it on Amazon. The brand is called Dovox, but when you get it, it's just premium retro radio. Made in China. We knew that. This side's the same. There's no brand on here, but like I said, on Amazon it says Dovox. Gosh dang it. Single din retro subwoofer outputs. RS20, I guess, is the model number. Anyway, open it up, show you what's going on in here. Okay, so it's packaged just like any other head unit. Here's your wiring. Comes with a remote, never use that. The manual, which I've already been looking through and found that it has an app you can put on your phone, tablet, whatever, and do a lot of stuff, a lot of EQ, configure your outputs, stuff like that. I don't know, it almost seems like you might need the app to do some stuff, like some stuff is only through the app. We're gonna find out. We'll install it. Like I said, video is probably for anybody looking for, for an older car, something retro. But it's also gonna be super helpful, even more helpful for anybody that owns an OBS Ford, specifically 92 to 96.7. It's going in that. Still has the factory stereo. Everything about this truck is stock. Factory CD. You can see, this one didn't have like a volume knob. It's got crappy buttons, which I hate, but the new one I think will look, I don't think anybody would pay it a passing glance. It'd be like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, people will get in it and say, oh, yeah, old truck. And then, you connect your phone and they're like, what? How'd you do that? It's really light, chintzy, if you will. To be expected. This knob feels good. It's got kind of notches. Buttons are buttons. Here's your, if I can open it, USB-A, USB-C, aux, micro SD. And then it's got all the connectivity you'd want. There's your antenna. The microphone, the Bluetooth microphone for making calls, is on the front. It's not going to focus, but that little dot beside the volume knob, mic. But you can add, it doesn't come with it, but you can add an external mic to get it closer to your face. We'll see how that, if people can hear me when I call them. Anyway, your wiring there, plugs in there, little 10 amp fuse. This can't have much power. I'm going to hook it up, just hook it up at first, and run the factory speakers with it and just play with it. But I plan to, down the road, hook this up to a DSP and subwoofers and aftermarket components and coaxials and the whole nine. So really, if this sounds bad, it doesn't really matter too much to me, because I'm basically using it as an interface, Bluetooth connectivity, volume knob, and all tone and stuff I can do through a DSP. But anyway, it has sub 1, sub 2. I'm not sure if those would work as a left-right, or one's a mono or they're both mono. I don't know. And then, you know, front and rear preamp outputs. So that's good. All the options there. So yeah, I get my old radio out. We'll install this and see how it works. Well, I was hoping to have some tips and tricks on putting a radio in an OBS, because I've done it a couple times, and like on my Bronco, for instance, that's a 92. I noticed that your speaker connections should be this guy. Plug it into the factory harness, you know. The front speakers were like deliberately wired out of phase from the factory, and I was able to switch them and get the polarity correct, so that I actually had, well, correct polarity and phase and all that jazz, and I could actually balance between left and right. I mean, you don't really ever do that, but correct polarity thing is key, because it sounded terrible, and I looked into it and I was like, well, these are out of phase. That's probably why. But this one, I'm learning stuff on this one, because this truck had premium sound, so I didn't really know it was a thing. It had an amplifier under the dash, so it had a little bit different harness, but I was able to get, this is where it comes out of the amp to the speakers, and I was able to route that from over here where it was up and in, and it's back in here. So yeah, there it is. It's not very long, so I just stick my hands in there to get them connected, but these are temporarily connected, just the front speakers, just so I can play with the stereo. And I won't be using them going down the road. Like I said, I'm going to use the RCA outputs of the radio into an amplifier, or into a DSP rather. But I made this one all nice and pretty, is the power section with my little adapter harness. So I'm going to slide the radio in now and mess around with it. Okay, so it's in. I've been playing with it. It's unbelievable how many features it has for $99. And it sounds decent. I've just got the front two speakers hooked up, and these speakers, these Ford speakers, actually surprised me. You can do everything without the app, it seems. You just kind of click that. All kinds of stuff in here. Go to audio. Oh, there's your bass, middle, treble for like a simple. Oh, there's the fade. I was looking for the fade. Yeah, there's no rears hooked up, so. Yep. Anyway, EQ is, I already did it. Their preset EQs are terrible. But you can go in and there's 8,000 hertz. It has a bunch of bands, 19K, all the way down to 30 hertz, all these ones in between. And you can sit here and adjust them, but it's much easier on the app, which I've got here on an iPad. It even has time delay, like DSP type stuff, which is shocking. I don't know how well it works. These are your crossovers, like I assume for the RCAs, your front 1, 2, rear 3, 4, and then your subwoofer out. So yeah, these are crossovers for the RCAs. This is like your basic EQ, whatever X-Bass does, 3D surround, not sure what that does. And then you've got this, which you can sit and play with. It works really good. Actually, I have a Pioneer over there in my Bronco that has an app, and it was terrible. It didn't even work correctly half the time. This one works well. $99. What else can you do here? You can change the source, radio, Bluetooth, USB, all the sources, change your color. I thought that you could dial in like a very specific color, but you can't. It's got these modes that change, that make the radio dance. You know, whatever, if you're into that. This one's gonna live on green. I've found that the factory or the preset green in most aftermarket stereos matches the green of the OBS Fords. So yeah, it sounds good, and it'll sound even better with proper equipment. $99, can't go wrong. Dovox, quality unit. It's probably worth saying, obviously, it's not fully installed, because I'm probably not done screwing with it for now. But yeah, hopefully that helps anybody that is looking at that thing on Amazon thinking, is this worth anything at all? Because that was me. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. It's $100. It's got to be worth something, right? I'll try it. I'll be the guinea pig. But now you don't have to. If you're looking at that thing and wondering, watch this video. You can buy with a little confidence, as opposed to me just try it, you know, whatever. I'm going to be, like I said, installing some more serious audio equipment in this truck. Plan to do some amplifiers under the seat, and then a custom subwoofer box behind the seat, 2 shallow 10s or something like that. If like 5 people want to see that, I might consider making videos about that. So let me know. Thanks for watching.